Old Wheezy Wobbles. The engines on the island of Sodor are very friendly engines. They like to toot hello, chuff cheerfully together, and hurry to help whenever they can. One day, Thomas was with the logging locos. He was helping them load Joby logs. The logging locos were sad.
One biff, one bash.
And there's never a crash.
The logging locos sighed.
It's not the same without
Old Wheezy.
There's no bash. There's no crash.
That's right. There's no fun at all.
Thomas didn't like to see his friend sad.
What's the matter with Old Wheezy?
We don't know. He just stopped working.
That's right.
Thomas wanted to help his friends.
Don't worry. I'm sure I can fix Old Wheezy. I know all about machines.
Thomas chuffed carefully over to Old Wheezy. His driver poked and prodded. Then there was a rattle and a rumble, a jiggle and a jog, and a very big bang. Smoke poured from Old Wheezy. The logging locos were worried.
Fizzling fireboxes?
That's not meant to happen.
That's right.
The logging locos looked sad. Thomas wanted to make them happy.
Don't worry. I'll puff to the diesel works. They know all about fixing machines there. I'll huff back with help, faster than fast.
At the diesel works, Den and Dart were busy.
Please, you must come right away. Old Wheezy's broken.
We don't fix steam engines.
Old Wheezy's a machine. He runs on oil. You know all about oil.
Den stopped. Dart smiled.
That's right.
Thomas huffed happily.
I knew you'd help. Thank you, Dart. We must hurry.
Thomas pumped his pistons. Dart slowed.
I want Jen to come with me.
Thomas was puzzled.
Why? You'll be fine on your own.
I want Jen to come with me.
But Thomas wasn't listening. He had already chuffed cheerfully away. Thomas and Dart pulled up to the logging station. Dart's wheels wobbled with surprise. He'd never seen anything like the logging locos before.
I'm Dash.
I'm Bash.
And I'm Ferdinand.
Welcome to Misty Island.
That's right.
Dart smiled.
I'm Dart.
And this is Old Wheezy.
Thomas says you can.
Fix it.
Please.
Thomas led Dart over to Old Wheezy. Old Wheezy didn't rattle. Old Wheezy didn't roll. No logs flew at all. Dart was worried.
I've never seen a machine like this before.
Dart's engineer poked and prodded. Old Wheezy grumbled. Old Wheezy rumbled. Smoke swirled, spanners flew, and then he stopped. Dart was surprised.
Dizzy diesels? I can't fix this.
And Dart rattled and rocked away through the Misty Island tunnel. Thomas chuffed fast behind. Dart raced into the diesel works. Harry and Bert were grumpy.
Where have you been?
Dan needs you to help him.
Just then, Thomas whooshed in. He was red in the face. His axles ached. He was stern.
Den, come with me now to Misty Island. Please, I need you to fix Old Wheezy.
Den was worried.
Dart must come with me.
Thomas chuffed crossly.
You'll be fine on your own.
I want Dart to come with me.
But Thomas wasn't listening. Thomas had already wheeshed away. At the logging station, Thomas led Den to Old Wheezy. Old Wheezy still didn't rattle. Old Wheezy still didn't roll. And no logs flew at all. The logging locos were still worried. So was Den.
I can't fix him on my own.
Of course you can.
Den's engineer poked and prodded. Old Wheezy grumbled. Old Wheezy rumbled. More smoke swirled. More spanners flew. And there were even stranger noises. Then Old Wheezy stopped. Den was surprised.
Dizzy Diesels, I'm off.
And Den wheezed away like the wind. The logging locos wobbled. Thomas whooshed.
Don't worry. I'll try and fix Old Wheezy again.
So Thomas's driver poked and prodded. Old Wheezy was worse than ever. Suddenly he jumped and juddered. He jittered and jogged. Smoke swirled and curled, and bits of metal, blocks of wood, and blobs of oil flew everywhere.
That's not meant to happen.
That's right.
The logging locos squealed and squeaked. They weren't happy at all. Neither was Thomas.
I wanted to fix Old Wheezy for you. I wanted to make you happy. I wanted to help you. And I have only made things worse.
Thomas looked at Old Wheezy. Old Wheezy was still and silent.
I wish Percy was here to help me.
Then Thomas gasped.
If I want Percy's help, then of course Den wants Dart's help. 2 busy boilers are always better than 1.
The logging locos were puzzled.
What did he say?
Search me.
But Thomas was already roaring and racing back to the diesel works.
Here he comes. Bossy Boiler himself.
But Thomas wasn't bossy. He was sorry.
Den and Dart, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you before. Please, will you both come to Misty Island with me? I know now that you both need to fix Old Wheezy.
Den and Dart smiled.
We'll come.
After you, Den.
And together they clattered and clanked to Misty Island. The logging locos were with Old Wheezy. They were worried.
Don't worry. Den and Dart will fix Old Wheezy now.
Den and Dart rattled up. Their engineers poked and prodded. They pushed and pulled. The logging locos watched and waited. Then, with a grunt and a grind, a roar and a rattle, Old Wheezy was fixed. Logs flew. They bounced and boinged. They crashed and splashed. The logging locos were happy.
1 biff? 1 bash?
And there's always a crush.
Thomas beamed. He was happy his friends were happy.
Thank you, Den and Dart.
Den and Dart giggled and jiggled.
Happy to help.
What he means is we're always happy to help. Together!
And together, everyone laughed. Even Old Wheezy threw an extra special